Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy CB.
And Sam,
We is hidden behind the scenes, and it's
the Ghost Team.
the Ghost Team. All right, y'all. I just want to say sorry for us not posting in about 2 weeks. Things was a couple things happened. Like for example, I was trying to upgrade our gameplay quality for y'all, so we can have like better looking videos. Sadly though, as things go right now, that ain't working. And your boy basically got himself USB, but yep, it's not. Well, it's not the USB's fault necessarily, but you know, just like a bunch of other stuff that don't want to get into right now. We is here today to talk about Mafia, the old country. This was a game, that came out in early August. Me and Sam had some like hype about it,
Mm-hmm.
and because we had played a couple of the Mafia games, and this was actually like the first Mafia game in a very long time. I think, well, like new game. I mean, some people count the new Mafia that came out 2020 like the remaster version, like
Yeah.
basically a new game. Yeah, y'all. Uh, we just wanted to talk to y'all about or give a review of Mafia: The Old Country. Since at the time of this recording, we haven't either one of us hasn't like posted like our full playthroughs. Now I had put a video out, the last video. If I don't know if y'all checked it out, but basically in that video I say, uh, your boy had basically streamed myself playing the game, but your boy didn't save all the footage correctly, so I'll admit that was on me. And yeah,
Mm.
that didn't turn out the best, but
And
luckily, I will be sprinkling in some of my footage that I did get from the stream. So like more like the big stuff that happened throughout the game. So y'all gonna hear my reactions and stuff like that
and
from that.
I posted some chapters on the YouTube, but I just didn't want to like constantly have to like record like an hour, even though I want to like record like for 2 hours, 3 hours, like, which I couldn't because I can't record like more than an hour on PlayStation. So I just stream the rest of the game on our Twitch account. So if you haven't seen that, uh, yeah, go on to our Twitch and watch that. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you haven't played Mafia Duo Country and you don't want spoilers, please uh turn off this video.
And yep, we will. Well, at first we will be giving our non-spoiler
Yeah, like
thoughts.
yeah, like yeah.
Yep, non-spoiler thoughts, and then we're gonna go into spoilers. About everything. Gameplay, story, characters. Everything.
Hmm.
Non-spoiler thoughts. Uh, Sam can go first. You can start us off.
All right. I want to say that uh, I want to talk about yeah. Okay, so okay, me, I am a big Mafia person. Movies, games like Mafia 3, 2, 1. Yeah, bro. It's just overall, I am a Mafia person. So to me personally, in my opinion, I enjoyed everything. Of course, there's a little issue, but other than that, overall, I just want to say this like what I said on the stream. I want to just give a big shout out to Hangar 13. Everybody who wrote the story, um, who like the actors, things like that. I want to say, they did a amazing job to me personally. Yeah, they like if I had to rate this game, 10 out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I mean, yeah, I would rate this easily like 10 out of 10. Yeah.
All right, y'all. My non-spoiler thoughts. Overall, ended up liking the game. I don't think I ended up like loving it, and I'll get into more reasons why in the spoiler thoughts. But overall, though, I still like the game. It was a fun little experience. Not too long. It was like a $50 game, so you getting what you call it, your bang for your buck. So it is a pretty good story. Gameplay wise, I'll admit it had some moments. If I had to give it, I was thinking about it. I'd probably give it about a 7.5 out of 10. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about now the spoilers. So hey man, if you don't want to get the game spoiled for you, I say click off the video right now. Get it into the story. Yeah, for our main character, Enzo. You know, hey man, we see Enzo. He goes from this owned mine worker, who escapes and becomes this, or gets thrusted into this mafia.
Mhm.
He's not supposed to like talk about it, not discuss it, which leads and and he also develops a relationship with uh the Don, which is a term used to like describe like the leader of like the
Mhm.
mafia. Enzo, let's just say, man, yep, he has to do basically like a lot of bad stuff, but that's what
Mhm.
comes, with the life of being in the mafia. Yeah, you have to do a lot, but we see Enzo though, he's like satisfied like with the with the life because you know before this, he was like a mine worker, so he basically had nothing.
Mhm.
He had nothing, to like really do besides, just work, just do labor all day. But he escaped and he got helped out by this, mob boss, and he took him in and gave him, things that he can actually do and be free, sort of, not fully. Yeah,
Mhm.
it definitely turns out to be not be like the best thing, as the game progresses on. Yeah, he is a pretty cool protagonist.
You know, like he wanted to, gain the Don trust, the family trust. Do whatever work that the Don asked for, and he do it. Um, you know, protect the family, protect the business, trying to earn his trust.
There's another character that Enzo interacts with soon thereafter. Her name is Isabella now. Isabella is the Don's daughter. And if you ever seen, I guess like any like mafia like related like stuff, whether that be YouTube or movies, most specific, people like the mob bosses basically always have like a trouble with somebody trying to date their daughter either because of rules or other stuff. That how that
Mm-hmm.
go. And yeah,
Yeah, like they is more protective about their daughter.
yeah, yeah. And Isabella and Enzo, they first see each other, and at this bar, they kind of like you know flirt like a little bit, they hit off just like a little bit, but
Hey
yeah, it
man, hey
grows
man,
out
like
slowly.
what's that one word, man? Like man, like they fell in love at first sight.
Yeah, you know, as I was talking about like with Isabella, she is yeah, she definitely has to go through a lot throwing out this game.
Her mother passed away.
Yeah, and her mother was already gone. Yeah, Chesbury, you know what I'm saying? We can talk about him. Now, I say, I'll admit throughout like the first, hour, I know if I was going to, rock with him.
Mm-hmm.
But as the game went on, he was
Uh,
cool.
yeah, yeah. I feel like the treasury is that one person that when you first meet them, they is they like annoying, this and that. But the more you spend time with them and get to know them, then you be like, hey, hey, this dude is like he pretty uh cool to hanging out with. Yeah.
He helps us out, or yeah, he kind of like helps guide us through being part of this like little mafia, and
Mhm.
we mostly do all our missions with him, as he's kind of like our best like friend, helping us throughout.
Mhm.
My favorite part of Chess is like when he's first teaching you how to drive at the beginning. When you get
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah. And also, I forgot to mention that he is the it's called the nephew, I
The
think. Yeah,
yeah.
nephew.
Like it,
Yeah, nephew of
yeah.
the Don Teresi. Forgot to say the name, but yeah, Luca. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He basically
Luca is pretty
like the
much
second in command to like the Don
yeah,
Teresi.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Luca has been with Don for a quite a while.
Luca pretty much is the smart, calm person. Pretty much the opposite of Cesare. Yeah. Luca is the one that will pretty much like fully teach you and um like give you a better like understanding like how to properly do things and and Don Teresa family and here and there give you some life advice.
Cesare is like the big friend, or like the best friend, slash like kind of like brother Roy. Then I would consider like
Mm.
Luca kind of like the
Yeah, like how Frank from Mafia One, like how Frank was to Tommy, pretty like pretty much yeah like I said like is like the calm smart one.
he has saying his own little life. He has his wife too. And his kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has Valentina, which is his wife, and then his kid.
Mm-hmm.
Who I
And
forget the name of.
Sam,
Yes, Sam.
it's it's Sam, and I think he have a daughter. So I think he have a daughter and a son. But I know definitely one of the main characters from Mafia One. That is yeah Sam. That is like Luca's son. Tino. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Tino is pretty much okay. How can um he is I'm pretty sure
A
that he
glazer,
do
man. No, no, it's like
yeah
this man is
yeah
a D1. Nice man. It's a glut, man. This dude will do anything for the homie Don, man. That man is loyal to the core. Like
hmm
that dude right there, man. He was literally. I was playing throughout the game. I'll probably put it up. Sorry, man. What I have to do?
I knew you were fucking useless.
Wait. He killed me just because I didn't kill. He basically shoots you if you don't. If you basically don't kill somebody. He said, "Man,
yeah
I knew you wasn't cut out for this." And he shot it. I'm like, "Man, I knew it."
Tino bro okay they pretty much fill in the role where okay so how can I um like what role like would he fill.
The secondary antagonist, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so pretty much he the one will, um will tell you, like what job to do, and pretty much uh he pretty much give you the like the info, like you know what to do, and stuff like that. I guess you can call him like the underboss, and he been with Don Teresa more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to throw this in the video. Uh, so basically, me and Sam, we had talked quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie about the story. We talked about, we went into like a lot of stuff in the story, but I just wanted to basically make a short, summarized version of everything that went down in the story without, you know what I'm saying, not going like too into detail, but still, you know what I'm saying, putting out some spoilers. But yeah, still not making it too long. So we can get right into it. As we talked about with Enzo, you know what I'm saying, he had escaped from the mines, which at first, you know, well, not at first, but basically he was uh, basically sold to the mines and to the Spadaro family. And yeah, I'll probably put your picture and stuff of them and who the, like they are. But like, yeah, the main Spadaro guy, yep, Enzo got sold into yep, those mines, and you have to work under, yep, that Spadaro family. And then throughout the game, we you know, run in, have encounters with like, yeah, the Spadaro, and they're basically like the rivals between, yep, the Don Teresi and Spadaro. So yeah, it's like those like two, yeah, like factions, or yeah, like mobs, should I say, you know, going against each other and trying to, do whatever it takes to, take one or the other out. You know, I believe Don said that they used to have some respect, but they had lost it, like, you know, some point during the time. And yeah, man, you know, and that in that rivalry, you know, lead to like other like stuff that goes on in the game, which sadly, you know what I'm saying, which comes to like, you know, like a big, you know, shocker moment in chapter 11, where, you know, like the families, you know, can't come to like an agreement, and you know they're, you know, and not only that, I forgot what the dude's name is, but basically, yo, one of the main guys who had set up the meeting, basically betrays, or not betrays, but backstabs, which we call, yeah, Don Teresi. Yeah, basically it leads to like a crazy shootout that sadly, the homie Luca gets injured in. And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, we try to, you know, quickly escape with him and Don and Enzo and Cesare. Sadly, homie Luca doesn't make it.
They're gone. Luca!
Here, hold this. Put pressure on it. There's morphine upstairs. The girls will show you.
Where is the doctor?
He's coming. You'll be alright, okay? You're alright. Resisti, Luca. Tranquillo.
God, forgive me. Let's look at me. Get up. If you can. Get up.
Luca! 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 I've got it! Luca, svegliati!
Oh man. When his death first happened, I was like, oh man. Yeah, it was sad, it was unfortunate. Yeah, man. Now we can talk about like Cesare and Cesare. Yeah, man. What happens to his character is crazy, but basically you have to give y'all, everything. Cesare, for the most part throughout the game was helping us out, but he figures out that we have a relationship with, Isabella, and basically everything goes wrong when he finds that out, and he realizes that what I'm saying, that Enzo probably should have done that, and he feels kind of betrayed in a way. Like, yeah, he feels betrayed. Yeah, obviously, that leads to just multitude of conflict between them two, to the point where near the end of the game they have a knife fight, and yeah, man. And at first, Enzo, he leaves him he leaves him alone. Even though Enzo won the knife fight, so he ends up leaving him alone. But then we can come back to like how that plays out, yeah, at the end of the game. And then for Isabella, she's kind of just in this she's in this mode where, like, look, I know that this mafia life isn't like the one I really want to be a part of. I don't want to be get married to somebody that my dad wants me to get married to, as the Don Teresi basically forces her to kind of just be like married to like who he wants her to be with. And yeah, but it definitely leads to that moment, or should I say, that moment at the end of the game where, let me give some more context, should I say. But basically, throughout the entire game, Enzo and Isabella have been, secretly been like together, like as like a relationship, but they just haven't told Don Teresi about it, because during that time, obviously, it wasn't what I'm saying, it wasn't as not accepted, but basically, the fathers of like the mob were basically more less lenient, or less not as acceptable to like somebody dating their daughters. So, and especially a guy like Enzo, what I'm saying, who comes from the who's not even like a high class type of dude. He just came in working from the salt mines, which is like the lowest of the low. Enzo and Isabella, they developed a relationship throughout the game, as like Enzo like helps her out, and he's always like there for her. Then also, we get like later out the game that her and Enzo are gonna like have a kid, so that that puts like a lot of pressure on Enzo, what I'm saying, to try to be there for him, her, Isabella, and his child. Yeah, man, we definitely see him, what I'm saying, try to be focused on that near the end of the game, once he gets revealed that, near the end of the game. Speaking of the end of the game, we can finally talk about it, how it all kind of like how the story kind of ends. Yeah, man, it is a crazy ending, not gonna lie. It's a crazy one. So for the end, we basically see, the truth, what I'm saying, or it's finally been known that, Enzo and Isabella have a kid together. So yep, Don Teresi finds out, and everybody finds out, and that's mainly due to I forgot the reason why. I might put like something up on screen, something like that. I kind of forgot like the main reason as to why, like, the Don figures out, and like like why they figure out think that's I think somebody told on him, if I'm not mistaken. But I forgot. I forgot the reason why. But I think yeah, somebody told on him. And yeah, man, everybody crashes out on Enzo. You know what I'm saying? Well, not crash out, but everybody's upset with Enzo. You know, Cesare. He's talking to him, you know, at the back of this car. You know, as they take him up to Don Teresi. And yeah, man, you know, saying yeah, Cesare's upset. Everybody's upset and everything with that. And you know, once Enzo gets in there, gets into Don's office, and yeah, man, oh boy, Don, you know, he gets a couple good hits on him. And yeah, man, they said my dude Don was upset. I said, especially since he felt like, you know, yeah, since Enzo had taken that oath, you know what I'm saying, he should have, yeah, took it. Well, not took it, but Isabella liked Enzo, and you know what I'm saying, that probably wasn't gonna work out, you know, and then he went with the Don and stuff. So yeah, man, you know, one thing leads to another, you know, Cesare and Enzo, you know, well, yeah, Don, Enzo, and Cesare are all in the room, you know, as you know, the Don is beating on Enzo, and then you know, then they have like this, you know, then yeah, Enzo, you know, gets a moment to like breathe in. He takes this moment by, you know, taking Cesare out of the window. Yeah, man, they have this, you know, like I said, the knife fight that I was talking about earlier. In of all places, in the in all places, the mines that Enzo, you know what I'm saying, started in the game out. Yes, you know, started back in at the beginning of the game. Yeah, man, they said it's a fight. But ultimately, like I said, Enzo leaves Cesare alive. You know, Enzo's goal is just to go see Isabella while all this is happening. Next to close by the mines, you know, this volcano is about to erupt, so it creates like this, you know, same finale. Enzo's trying to get back to Isabella, and you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, you know, he has to also worry about the Don now. Then Enzo, you know, gets trapped in the mines again. Hey, he basically has to escape, you know, once more. But this time, you know what I'm saying, he has to worry about the Don. And then they have like a little scuffle. But Enzo ultimately gets out of, you know, the mines once again, the second time. And then him and the Don have, you know, like this, you know, knife fight to, you know, see everything, but to like see how it goes down, and Enzo ultimately gets the upper hand on the Don. And yeah, man, it was pretty good fight, not gonna lie, pretty good fight. You know, once that fight is over, we see Cesare come try to help up Enzo. You know, we think everything is good and all, but Cesare tells, Enzo and Cesare hug, but then Cesare says, "I'm sorry," and it looks like he's actually trying to say like, "I'm sorry," but what he meant was that he was about to stab Enzo in the back, and he does stab, like literally he stabs Enzo.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No. That death right there, man. I didn't know how to feel about this. And then at the end of the yeah, near the end of the game, we cut to Isabella, and you know her situation was going down. She's at the house, you know. You have to take her back to like the main house, and you know, she's trying to get prepared like to leave. You know, Tino, everybody's trying to make her, you know, forcing her to leave or get ready to pack up and leave. We see her, you know what I'm saying, in talks with Tino, you know what I'm saying, having a, you know, a big, you know, like heated, you know, like not argument, but a discussion. But while you know Isabella's trying to be, you know, trying to uh, yeah, she's trying to escape. There's this volcano going on, and while this volcano's, you know, going on, it allows her to, you know what I'm saying, break free, you know. And some people like help her out to break free, you know. And you know, like while she's trying to escape, because yeah, she's not really trying to go to the, she's not really trying to go to, she's really not trying to leave yet without Enzo. You know, we see her, you know, we see her trying to, you know, get to Enzo, but sadly we know what happened to him. But yeah, she makes her way out. Sadly though, she is stopped by Tino once more, and she has to take him out. Yeah, try to take him out. Yeah, Isabella takes out Tino like with stealth. And yeah, man, as soon as she does that, homie Cesare pulls up, you know, giving her, you know what I'm saying, the card that Enzo had all the way back at the beginning of the game that his friend gave to him. And yeah, man, it sucks. It sucks, man. And it's unfortunate, as we see, the game ends with, you know, Isabella, you know, reading a letter that Enzo sent to her. And yeah, man, we see her, you know, trying to go to the city. That being Empire Bay, which was the first city in the, I believe, the original Mafia game, but I could be wrong about that, to be fair. But yeah, y'all, I wanted to make this summary, quick little summary. So, hey, you know what I'm saying, it could be a lot more quicker than how me and Sam kind of did it. We was talking about a lot. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just definitely wanted to give y'all that. Also, a shout out to the homie Leo, aka, or you can also call him Leo. I think that's how they were saying it. Leo. But yeah, shout out to him too. You know what I'm saying? He was helping us out during out the game. But yeah, y'all. That's what I wanted to do. Give y'all a quick little summary of the story, without making this video too long. Alright, y'all. I probably should be cutting up to our final thoughts about the game. Well, not final thoughts. Next time you see us, we should be talking about the gameplay. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it off right here. And hope y'all enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, y'all. How we gonna talk about the gameplay and everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything else. You know what I'm saying? The gunplay, which now, like I said, this is my second like Mafia gameplay, like all the way fully through. You know, I you know what I'm saying, I thought it was solid. You know, I don't think it was like,
Mm-hmm.
insane anything like insane or anything, but what I'm saying, it's definitely, definitely, enjoyable for like what it is. What I'm saying, what you can get for it. What I'm saying, like shooting don't feel like too bad. It feels well, for me at least, it feels like about round about like Mafia 3 ish. Like they feel about
Yeah.
where yeah they feel like kind of like difficult to shoot, but like once you get like the hang of it, everything is pretty solid and everything. And then as far as stealth, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, not gonna lie, man. The AI in this game when you're doing stealth,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Dog
kind
water.
yeah,
Dog water, bro. Like, no matter what difficulty that you play on, bro, like all NPC, bro, play play just the same, man, bro. Like you can pretty much hide like in front of the NPC, and they can see you, but they will in a way just completely like ignore you.
yeah, man. Like I said, like I said, the stealth is, like I said, not even, I said that not that difficult. Which I'm not like, I'm not saying like the stealth have to be like super difficult. I just wish
But
like I said, the AI was a
yeah,
little bit better
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
how it worked. I said, but like I said, overall, I said like the gunplay is enjoyable for what it is, and then the stuff is solid too. It's there, and the weapons, weapons is pretty fun to use too. You know what I'm saying? You got like like pistols, you know, little repeaters, or repeater rifle, yeah, like rifles and shotguns. And then with the driving, you have like multiple options. Well, multiple options, but you got mainly two options. Either, well, at first you use the horse to like get around like the map,
Mhm.
and then you get the car. And I'm not gonna lie, as soon as you unlock the car, so you might as well just use the car. 'Cause, yeah, there's really no point using like the horse, sadly. One thing I'll be honest, I don't really like is the fact that you're not given a compass like when you're out and like driving. I feel like that should have
Mhm.
just been there. I know it's like to like immerse you, but like I feel like that there should have just been. It would have just made it easier.
At least a option where like you can turn it on or off.
Yeah, cause I'm not gonna lie, sometimes like you boy got lost. You boy got lost driving. Or yeah, like just looking around like, man, where is this marker? Yeah, you have to go back and forth between the map and yeah, just kept on looking for it. The gun the gameplay is, what I'm saying, it's pretty enjoyable. Not gonna lie, I think I might have enjoyed. I think Mafia 3's gameplay like a little bit more for me personally, just like a little
Mhm.
bit. It's because I like how that game, yeah, I just like how I like the game just plays throughout. But overall though, gameplay, wise, if I had to give Mafia a rating, I'd probably give it like a maybe like a 7. I did forget to talk about like the charms. Not gonna lie,
Uh,
you don't even really need
like
the
there.
charms. And that's coming from
Okay.
somebody who barely even
Okay.
bought charms.
Okay. Like there is like only a good okay, besides the one where you can carry more ammo, but other than that, there's probably only a good two, three. That is like that is good. Like the one that can reduce the time for your aiming of accuracy. The one can improve your firing and your reload speed, and the other one, well, like if you guys like to loot a lot, you can speed up your loot, or you can increase the chance to get even like more loot from looting bodies. bandages. That is another term, but other than that, like everything else would kind of uh due to water. Okay. Um, I understand. Like they don't have the big studios stuff like that. But man, we can't skip over the fact that there was an audio bug, and frame rate.
Oh yeah, performance. Yeah, we can talk about your performance issues. Yeah, yeah. That's another thing, yo, about this game, yo. Yeah, the game definitely
Yeah,
did have some performance issues, especially when it came to
bro.
like the driving and like yeah, some parts of the game. Cause I'm not gonna lie, once you got the driving, man, the game went from like looking okay, this game didn't look too bad. Then out of nowhere, man, it just become the
It
frame
went to a
drops.
freaking PS3.
Yeah, PS3, yeah, man, frame drops, everything, man. I know they did
And
patch the game, so who knows?
hmm
Maybe when we play it again, if we ever play it again, it'll be better. But yeah, man, it was bad.
and
I
man,
don't know why I
like
won.
like like man, also man, when you get done with either a cutscene or a dialogue, there will be time where for some reason, bro, like while the character is talking, bro, bro, like the audio, like would you go just straight up dog water? Did it would do that for a good 5 to 6 seconds. And after that, it go back to normal, and like a few more cutscene dialogue, it will it will do it again. Yeah, so like they have patched the game like TV said, and hopefully they fix up the performance mode on that.
Yeah, I think I want to talk about like if like say for example like should y'all buy this game? I would say you know if you are somebody who's like say never played Mafia or don't know like the series or anything like lore like that, and you saw this game for about $50 and it's about a 10 hour, maybe a little bit more experience. I would say
Hmm.
yeah, I'll say yeah, get the game. Maybe wait till it goes on like sale for like a little bit less, maybe like
Yeah,
30, maybe like about like
yeah.
40 some dollars, because it's not like a bad game, it's still pretty good at the price.
Hmm.
Like I said, if you already are a fan, then fan of like the series, then you're probably gonna get the game anyway. So yeah, so overall, like it's still a game like worth getting at the end of the day, you know. Yeah, like I said, for me, again, my rating, I said about like a 7.5. I think it's probably like a 7.8. Not everything was flawless about the game. Like some aspects of the story, though, performance wise too, and I think like the gameplay too, is just fine. But like I said, it's still pretty overall pretty good game though. And like I said,
Hmm.
still worth your time to like check out at least once. For you, Matt, if I had to say real quick, what's the rating of the gameplay? You don't gotta talk about it, but you have to give a quick
What?
rating of like the gameplay.
For gameplay wise,
Yeah.
a good 7.9.
Another thing that we did want to talk about is the knife fight, which is I think a new mechanic from Mafia. I don't think they've had it
Like
in
like
previous
the
games.
like the knife door fight. Yeah, no.
Uh, no fight, but yeah, in Mafia, the whole country, you have these dual knife fights, and yeah, man, it was kind of cool. It was cool to see, I never I really seen had ever seen it before. It was cool. At first I'll admit I'm not gonna lie, your boy was getting worried, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know if we had like stamina, but like man, once you figure out you ain't got no stamina, you don't have like no stamina, man, you could just go to work.
Mhm.
Yeah, man,
Mhm.
you can do everything.
Yeah, also, um like they give you like a whole bunch of like knives like that will give you like a certain type of attributes and perk like one where you can like use a knife throw it at people. Another one uh like it can give you health like when you uh take out somebody with it. And another one, you can do like more damage during a dual fight. Yeah.
And yeah, man, like I said, for me at first it was kind of like hard to pick up, but you know what I'm saying, as the game went on, man, it became kind of easier,
Yeah. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do.
It took me to that one chapter. No, like it took me a little bit after that chapter where Luca had taught us like how to pair and from a like dodge like heavy attacks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It took me like that long to fully get used to like fighting with a knife.
You know. But yeah, all right, yeah, that was cool addition, addition to the game for sure. All right, y'all, that was our review for Mafia: The Old Country. Like I said, man, overall, what I'm saying, pretty good game. I think for a lot of
Hmm.
people, it was a step up from Mafia 3. You know, I think I have seen some people not like the game as much. Uh,
Uh,
but yeah,
uh, because you can't swim in that game.
yeah, I think yeah, there was that too. Yeah, people talk about it.
I seen that, bro.
Yeah, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all did, make sure you guys like and subscribe and join the Ghost team.
Hmm.
This has been your boy CB.
And Sam,
We is the Ghost team signing out.
peace.